slight change of scenery today, because, well, let's put it simply, this house is not very big. It consists of this room and the room downstairs, which is roughly the same size. Other than that, we've got a hallway, and that's pretty much it. So as for recording spaces, my choices are limited, and when downstairs is in use, I have to go up here, which is fine. It's fine. Not ideal, but, well, that's not the fault of the two occupants of this house, you know? Anyway, let's not worry about that. So, good news. Today, I have made progress. Well, principal work has begun on what's it called again? Soup the Game Phase 2 Part 1, in which I started making my own platform engine. Probably reinventing the wheel, but you know what, I'm having fun with it, so whatever. Yeah, I'm having fun with making a game. And incredibly, I've run into, I mean, I've not really done much at the moment, but the few issues that I've run into thus far have been issues that I've been able to solve myself, which is pretty great. That's a really good feeling, not having to dive into the internet every 5 seconds to fix a problem. So that's good, but like I said, I've not really done a great deal yet. I do want it to be, well, obviously the production value is going to be a lot higher than the first game, but I want it to be a really quick project. I don't want it to be this big fancy platformer. I don't want it to have RPG mechanics. I don't want it to have I don't really want it to have a twist or anything. I just want it to be straightforward. I'll tell you what I do want though. You see, you always get Mario style platformers, you get Metroidvanias, and you get Sonic style platformers, don't you? Has there ever been a Jazz Jackrabbit style platformer? Because that was my childhood platformer. So I kind of want it to feel like that in terms of physics. I also have an idea for Benny the Bug's unique platforming ability. Is that the, yeah, unique platforming ability. Think, well, actually, it's not that unique because it's pretty much the same as what Ratchet can do in Ratchet and Clank. But let's not worry about that. And it's a very simple thing. It's just an extended jump essentially, but it'll make it a slightly less of a generic platformer, and it's hopefully a little bit more exciting. As promised, it's going to have 1 additional level. In fact, it's going to probably have 3 additional levels. Again, not a long game, not a big project, just 3 levels is what I'm going to be aiming for. If I'm feeling particularly froggy, then maybe I'll make a 4th, but I'm aiming for 3. There's not really going to be any combat. I'm intending for this to be, well, perhaps non-violent is a good way of putting it. I don't think combat is the way to go, because that brings in its own level design complications. So I just want to keep it simple. But the key thing is, I've made a start, and that's always the hardest part, isn't it? To start on something. So that was good. In other news, it's been flipping cold today. That's kind of the news. It's been snowing. We've had our first snow of the year, which is very exciting. It was thick outside, and I looked out the window this morning, the whole street was just white. It was incredible. Kind of crossing my fingers. In fact, there's no kind of about it. Definitely crossing my fingers for a snow day tomorrow. Hopefully, if it's too snowy, then I won't have to go into the office. But I'm not banking on it. I don't know if I had anything else to add. I mean, I'm using a different camera because I'm upstairs. This is my Sony camera that I use for all sorts of video projects, and I have done in the past. And I'm finding that the light in this room is actually adequate. that I can just use the camera and not have to bring out the studio lights. So that's handy. Maybe I'll have to use that in the future. We've got big sort of spotlights in this room. Don't really get it. And now I can't see anything because I've just looked directly at the spotlights. Sometimes I do record stuff out in the hallway actually, because it's got the same spotlights and then the light is nice and neutral. But somehow it seems even better in here, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I think that's it for today. I'm sure I had something else to talk about, but it eludes me. Oh! You know what, since we're here, and since it happened today, and since it is indeed a Wednesday, we finished watching Wednesday, the series, on Netflix, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. I mean, the first thing I want to address is that I was not happy with the casting of Gomez, but he wasn't in it very much, and so it wasn't a massive deal, really. I don't know, I enjoyed it. Somebody said that it was a bit Hogwartsy, and I don't really think I agreed with that. Maybe in the first time we saw the school, it was maybe a touch Hogwartsy, but it kind of became its own thing, and that was good. I don't really want to spoil anything, but I will just say the CGI and some of the character designs, and if you know, you know, bit poor. One character design in particular could have been a lot better. But overall, I had a good time with it. So I have no complaints really. Well, other than the ones I've just made, but other than that, with no complaints. Okay, now I'm done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I really need to come up with some better waves. I mean, all of these are just variations on me flapping my arm, because I keep forgetting about the wave until right at the end.